Well, how diddly do, friends and neighbors? Welcome to episode 560 of the Working Perspectives podcast. We're doing a little for dads by dads today. I'm Matt Lavelle, he's Bern Pockasy, and that good looking bastard is Liam Reese. Today, we are going over our kids' TV shows from a dad's point of view. We got the married dad, yours truly. We got the divorced dad, Bern Pockasy, and the single dad hero, Liam Reese. He's a damn hero. So we're going to be going over the ins and outs of the kids stuff. We're going to be talking the class of nostalgia, the old school stuff versus the new school. We're going to talk a little dad tax, you know, the shows we secretly love versus the ones we would rather stab in our face. Then we're going to go over like what's too much screen time, what's not enough. And then we'll talk about, you know, the financial drain of really liking a show and maybe experience these with your kids, or the financial drain of them being obsessed with K-pop demon hunters. We don't know. It's going to be a lot of fun. Super excited for this. So let's boogie. Let's get it started. Here we go. All right, fellas. So let's get into it. So I want to talk about kids' TV. So like I said, first thing we're going over tonight, we're going to do in the nostalgia clash. So this is a great little way to start. So we get everybody fired up because we kind of lived through the golden era of TV versus what kids are watching today. So, you know, my kids' shows, it's like it changes. My daughter's stuff changes all the time, but even like coming up, like we use YouTube is becoming like a scary place for your kids to watch shows.
Oh yeah.
And even, you know, Netflix is okay, but there's things on Netflix that, you know, can alter your kid's attitude. Liam, I want to talk to you. So your daughter is 11 years old. So your daughter's 11. So she's right on the cusp of like that tween transition. So like, what kind of shows are you getting into? What is the stuff you have to deal with? How uncool are you in the world that she's living in? Go ahead.
So shows are pretty much like, you know, all those shows that are on Netflix that are like from, I guess Nickelodeon makes them. One is like Victorious, another is Sam and Cat, another is Alexa and Katie. They're like these
Uh,
girl shows where it's like, you
yeah.
know, they're friends. It's almost like a sitcom that you would watch because there's laughing in the background and stuff. But it was made
Okay.
by, it's on, some of it's on Paramount, some of it's on
So it's like
Netflix.
Nickelodeon or
But it's
Disney.
like, yeah, it's like geared at that age. And, you know, like I've watched it. It's, you know, it's not, it is harmless. You know what I mean? Those kind of shows, but it's, like I said, it's geared towards her. It's not exactly something that I'm fired up to watch with her. And then, but other than that, I mean, as far as shows go, she watched more shows when she was younger.
Yeah.
Now it's more like movies, or she likes so she really likes doing stuff with her hair now, and she'll
Yeah.
watch like a thing that like shows you how to
Like
do
a
your
tutorial
hair.
kind of thing.
Yeah, and she'll do
Okay.
that, and I'll kind of
That's
just
cool
like
though.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I think there's things like I know, like, you know, like YouTube is bad, but I think as long as you kind of keep an eye on that stuff, and you can
Right.
do that like with your phone and everything, and
Yeah.
you can set
Yep.
limits on yours, then I think it's fine as long as they're like doing it for something constructive, you know?
Yeah.
And she
Like
does do a
learning
lot of cool
something.
shit.
Yeah.
She does do like a lot of cool shit, like with her hair, like French braids it and does like all these cool different twists,
Nice.
and it's
Love
fucking
that.
yeah. And then movies. Honestly, the stuff we enjoy the most together is movies. Not, I know we're talking about TV shows, but
But I know, but I mean, movies, TV shows could be one and the same, but that's something you guys
Mhm.
get to share together. Bern, what about you? Because you're at two different parts of the spectrum. So, like, your son is 8 and your
9,
daughter's, oh, your son's 9, your daughter's 4?
4. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
so, like,
you know,
she's still in the kiddie stuff, but he's, like, ready to move on. Like, you're, like, getting him in, he's deep in the Marvel stuff, I'd assume, right?
he's in there. You know what's funny? I think about this a lot. Like when my son was coming up, like he was like Sesame Street. Like he was a huge Elmo guy. He was
Mhm.
super into that. But my daughter got robbed a little bit because like there's a TV in the living room, and when my son was 2, he was king of the castle, man, right? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was me, his
Yeah.
mom, and him. My daughter never really got into like Sesame Street and Elmo and stuff, because I think my son was like, nah, gay, lame. Like he was
Yeah.
over it at that
Yeah.
point. So she kind of didn't get into that stuff the same way, which I think is kind of funny. Like you think all kids like Elmo. And like, well, if you got someone who's a couple of years older than you who's trying to dominate the remote, like you're not going to have as much time to really
Yeah.
get into that. Now right now he's in good shape, man. Like he just started watching Batman the animated series. He's into
Oh,
that
that's so
now,
awesome.
which is just perfect. Which I didn't realize. Like
Yeah.
in our heads, Batman the animated series was like 3,000 episodes. It's not. It's
Yeah.
like
Oh.
it's way shorter than we thought.
Yep.
What do you mean? How it's like I thought there were like 20 episode seasons.
There might be 70 episodes of Batman the animated series total.
Yeah, and they're like 20
What?
minutes, dude.
Yeah.
And they're only
No.
you got to remember there was commercials with everything too.
Oh,
It ran
God.
for a half an hour and then there was commercials. So these
Yep.
episodes are like 20 minutes a pop, dude.
18 minutes.
Ugh.
It's so much shorter than I thought. Now she gets into she likes some of that stuff, Liam. There's some similar stuff on YouTube that's for like little kids, which is just like, I'm a girl and I'm going to go out and we're going to play in the sand and build a dollhouse and put bows in our hair. TV shows, Disney wise,
Wait, are you talking like it's like the kids on YouTube doing that? There's like it's like the I forget their name. There's like some Russian girls' names and stuff, and the kid with the toys and all.
Nastia,
Dude,
Nastia, yeah.
buddy,
Nastia.
dude,
I
my
don't know what
daughter.
that is.
My daughter. It's dude. The kids like the kid entertainment on YouTube has like parents using kids. Like the production
it's
value is
gross.
off the charts, and it's
But it's so
disgusting.
great.
Oh, I watched something. I watched a documentary about that, dude, and it was
It's
messed up.
brutal.
There was
Oh
this
my
kid
God.
my son used to like, Ryan. He was this little Asian kid.
He's on
He was
Disney now.
Yeah,
Ryan.
he got Disney now, and his parents were like, then his parents started being part of the episodes, and it was like sad
Dude,
to
these
watch. 'Cause it was
these
like,
adults pimping their kids out to like
Yeah.
make money is so
Dude.
fucked up, dude.
Oh,
but
I mean
you know
that's
what?
going to be the next thing. The next child star is going to
Yep.
be like these kids.
They're
you know,
already there.
What
They're
happened?
already
Yeah,
It's already
Ryan's going to
happened,
be
yeah.
Ryan's going to be the most messed up kid of all time. You know, because
exactly,
think
dude.
about this.
You've had me on camera since I was 4 years old doing all these embarrassing things.
But,
You've
like,
cashed all this
it's
money
also,
on me.
dude,
Now I'm
you
18
think-
and I want to be a person.
But like,
Hey,
dude,
everybody,
think about
it's
this.
Ron.
Right, but
Yeah.
think about this: like Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, right? They were on syndicated television that was basically national. It wasn't really international that much. Ryan is not only on the fucking Disney Channel, but he was like one of the top streamers on YouTube, which is worldwide. This guy,
Yep.
he can go from South Africa to Antarctica to fucking China to Kansas City, and there's someone there that's gonna know who this kid is. He is entirely global since he was 4 years old. That's
I wouldn't
fame
wish that on myself
I
or
wouldn't
my
wish
kids
that on
for a
anyone,
second.
but the fact that the parents did that to their kid intentionally, I mean, they were the first ones really to do it, you know?
Well, and then they got
so it kind of,
involved.
I'm sure
Like,
like
they
it
would be in the-
snowballed and evolved
They would
and
be
whatever.
in the videos too, and it would be like, guys, this is a level of desperation here that is
Dude,
just like really turning my stomach.
Yeah.
In another 10 years, he's gonna have a channel. It's gonna be like, hello, this is Ryan's Fentanyl World. Please
Yeah.
donate.
Oh,
Please buy paid
man.
subscriptions, man.
Space of
Dude,
death.
so
But my
true.
daughter there is still some stuff out there that's legit. Like she likes
Yeah. Has she gotten
on Disney
into
Channel,
Ninja
like
Kids?
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. She's still into Ninja Kids.
Kids.
We like Ninja Kids.
Oh, dude,
Mickey
I'm
Mouse
so
Clubhouse
sick of
on some
Ninja
network
Kids.
stuff. We do. She likes like Octonauts. Like there are some like
Dude, do you watch
Paw Patrol.
Octonauts is
Mandalorian?
alright.
Do you guys
What's
do
that?
Mandalorian? That's
No.
like perfect because you got little Grogu
I
that
do.
the fucking kids think
I
is
don't
cute.
know.
And
I think
dude,
it's different for
that's
girls.
like perfect. Wow,
Well,
why?
I mean,
Because he's cute.
Well, no, I just don't. I don't know. Like, not everyone's in. My daughter really hasn't. Like, she loves imagination and stuff. And recently,
Uh-huh.
she's been getting more into like she loves the superhero stuff. Like, she's been pretending to be Wonder Woman all week, which I'm
Well,
like,
Do
yeah,
you
I'm
do
all
you
about
do
it.
Matt, she
DC
does control the
superhero
ring.
girls?
I mean,
No,
She
is
does
that
control the
what is
brain.
DC superhero girls?
Dude, you got
Ooh.
if she likes that, you got to watch that. It's like a one where it's all the girls from DC and they're like kids and they go to this school and it's
What's
like
it
all the
on?
characters. It's probably on
Disney,
HBO Max now. No, no, no,
HBO or
DC.
Disney?
Yeah,
Oh, DC, HBO. Yeah,
HBO Max it'll be on.
All
yeah.
right, I'll check
It's
that
like
out. That
young
sounds like a
Wonder
good idea.
Woman. Young, yeah, they're
But
like kids doing kid stuff with their superheroes.
yeah,
Yep.
I mean, I will say this, like you said, Bern, you said your son's 9. I remember like being 9 and like watching Top Gun and Braveheart would come out when I was 10. Like, yeah, I watched Hook
Yeah,
and Rookie of the Year and all that kid stuff, movies as well at a young age, which I don't think that happens as much anymore. But I want to
It
ask you guys
happens at
about.
my house.
Well, I mean, your daughter's 11 though,
Yeah,
But
but I
also, it's
mean,
like there's just one of you. You want to watch. That's the thing. It was like that's what my dad was like. I don't want to watch this shit TV. He's like, I want to watch good stuff, and you guys are gonna watch it with
no,
me.
she wanted to watch scary stuff. Like we would
Well,
watch fucking horror
you're
movies.
ra-
It was
you're,
wild.
you're raising a serial killer, Liam. I don't know what to
no,
tell you.
you're raising a
Maybe.
well-adjusted person. I think, like,
Well,
because she
one,
knows it's
but
pretend. You know,
right. Okay. Yeah. Well, let's hope. But either way, have you guys noticed this? Like my daughter, there's certain shows that my daughter will watch that then affects her behavior.
oh
You know
my
what I
God,
mean?
yes.
And it drives me fucking nuts. Like she'll be fine, like her behavior will be good, everything will be good, and then like we'll like block this show on this thing, and then
What?
she's able to watch it on something else, and it's more just like it's like snippy, like trying to be funny but coming off disrespectful, like not reading the room well type
Can
of
I give you the
behavior.
number one? The number
Hit
one,
me.
Caillou. You ever
We
see
haven't watched
Caillou?
Caillou. No.
I don't
Caillou's
know
this
what
little
that
bald
is.
kid. It's a cartoon. He's a little bald kid, and all he does is piss and moan and complain. It's the most annoying show in the
Yeah.
world, and my daughter knows that I hate it so much that even though she doesn't watch it, she'll taunt me and be like, "Oh, Dad, can I watch Caillou?" And then she'll laugh hysterically because she knows I think it's the absolute worst thing in the world. But there
Nice.
Yeah.
there definitely are things. And I found that with my son early on. Like he's younger, and Ninja Kids is good, but all of a sudden the next thing that comes up on the channel is a little more aggressive, or a little more aggressive,
Yeah.
and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden you're like, we were having a totally fine Sunday afternoon, and then you went off the god. You were a 6-year-old or 7-year-old who went off the goddamn rails, and now
Yeah.
everyone's crying at dinner time. What is happening? So
Yeah.
yeah, you definitely need
Dude,
to keep your
and then
eyes
also like
peeled.
she's being exposed to like the crush, I have a crush on this person stuff and all that where it's like I gotta watch all that, you know what I mean? Like but then also in these shows the kids are like making funny quips to the parents and then there's a fucking laugh track behind it. So she in her mind, she does like
She thinks
it's
she can
not
break your
funny
balls.
what she's doing, but she's trying it's coming off disrespectful. Where that's
Mhm.
the stuff where I gotta be like, all right, well now I gotta fucking put you down because you watched a TV show and you think fucking TV's real life, and that's not how it
Yeah,
fucking works.
yeah, and you
You
don't
know?
really understand. That's the thing that you always have to separate too. Is like, listen, I think my youngest brother, like I think Pulaski probably saw Die Hard when he was 8. You know what I mean? Just because that me and Mike would watch it all the time. Like there is something to be said about being exposed to things earlier. But you should try to keep things in the realm where like your kid can understand them, or you can explain it to them. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Like I had to get on my son early on and be like, listen, man, something, lots of things can be funny once. A couple things can be funny twice. Almost nothing is funny the third time in a row.
true.
So like, I know you're seeing this and it's repetitive and you want to keep doing it, but like, it's not funny, dude. You're not being funny. Like if you're trying to be
Yeah.
funny, you're not. You're missing.
Yeah.
You
Trying to be
can't.
funny is never funny.
It's not funny.
No. I mean, you know what though? I do worry about this because like I really try and crack down on like she does watch some older show like sometimes an older show will slip on. I wouldn't say older, but like there's one like Cat Noir and Ladybug, and there's another one
Oh,
called The
Ken and Ladybug's
Thundermans.
all right. Yeah,
Yeah,
But
it's
Thundermans is
like,
not.
but
okay.
in the shows, there's like they're talking about having crushes and like
Yeah.
liking this person and whatever.
Oh, but your
And
daughter's still really little. Yeah,
she's
yeah, yeah.
6, So
Yeah.
I really have to be careful, but then I also don't want to put in her mind like this is the forbidden fruit type of thing either, where it's
Well,
Right.
like, makes her more curious about it because she's is being withheld. So
And
we have to like
that's not gonna be cool about crushes when she's 16, let alone
I'm not.
6.
I'm
You
never. I
know?
mean, I'm never gonna be okay with it. But it is what it is. Hold on. So let's keep it moving, though. I want to talk about this, right? So this is something we'll call it the dad tax, right? So we all and Bern, you kind of brought it up with the Caillou show, but every dad, we all get subjected to hours of like background noise. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's okay. But some of it's like some of it can be surprisingly good, but some of it's shit. You know what I mean? But for me, because I have a son who's 1.5 and a daughter who's 6, the battle for the TV can be kind of like annoying
Yeah.
because I told her, I was like, look, when he's here, just watch a fucking cartoon. Because he doesn't care if it's a
mhm.
cartoon, he doesn't care what it is. Because it looks like a cartoon, he's just like, oh, whatever,
He wants to
But if
see
it's a
colors and hear noises, and that's it.
yeah,
He doesn't care.
exactly. And he sees things flip flop and flap all over. We're good, right? Little Peppa Pig, little whatever. Doesn't matter, right?
Nothing wrong with
But if
Peppa
we
Pig.
have like the human stuff on there, he just doesn't know what's going. It's not enough for him. Not enough movement, colors, and whatever. So it doesn't, makes it a pain in the ass. So it's like we have to find a happy medium. But I'll tell you, there's one show. If I had to say a show that like I'm like, this show's okay, and like I've watched a couple and been surprised by it is Bluey, right? There's a
Dude,
couple of times I've
Louis.
watched Bluey and been like, oh,
Bluey
what the
Rose.
fuck is, whoa, they're really putting something in on this here. You know what I mean? Like, what are you thinking, Ben Didi?
Dude, listen, Bluey has that kind of like vibe that some Pixar movies have, where you're like, these are the jokes for the kids, and these are the jokes for the parents,
Yeah, like Shrek.
and
Yeah.
like there's a wink, like your kids will never pick up on it, but you're like, I mean, listen, Bluey is about a family of Australian dogs, right? They all live together. Now, what do their
Mhm.
parents do? Okay, Bandit, he works at an airport, and the mom is an archaeologist, right? That's cool. You know what's funny about that? The dog works at an airport. There's dogs that work in an airport. They sniff out bombs. And what do archaeologists do? Dig up bones. It's just smart. It's fun. It's
Clever.
fun. It's
Clever.
clever. No,
Mhm.
Bluey's good. Listen, even some other stuff that was decent, like Paw Patrol, not bad. PJ
Mm,
Masks.
yeah.
PJ Masks is pretty good. It's
Catchy.
about three little
Catchy.
kids who go out and fight crime in their pajamas at night with their
Nighttime is the
powers.
right time to fight
Yeah,
crime, Daddy.
and then they come home and go to school, and then then that night they go out and they fight crime, and all
I'll
the
tell you
criminals
what,
are
if that
other
show
evil
was
kids in their
accurate,
class.
those kids those kids would be so fucking ornery from not having slept, having to deal with a
Oh
kid
my
that
god,
didn't sleep. They'd be the biggest fucking nightmares. But Liam, your daughter's 11. Do you remember? I know I'm proud. There's probably more shows now that you're older, that she's older,
Mhm.
that you're like, okay, we can. And you probably watch a lot. I know you guys watch a lot of Marvel stuff and go to movies and stuff together. But what is like? Was there a show? Do you remember when she was younger that you're like, oh, I'll watch this with her.
I
I'm
can
not,
give you I can give you a great example.
hit me,
Couple
daddy.
years ago, couple years ago, we're flipping through and I can't remember what was on, or I can't remember which one it was, but it was either so I hadn't watched it since I was like younger, since I was a kid pretty much. But
Okay,
the Royal Rumble was on with
all right,
the girls and she's like she sees like 2 seconds of it and is completely like
it's
blown
like
yeah,
stop,
away by what
stop
yeah,
she's
flipping.
seeing. Yeah, she's like, hold on, what is this? And then it went from that to like, then we would go on the app and look at like the previous ones and we would watch just the girl rumbles. Then it turned into like, well, let's watch the next one that comes on, the next pay per view. Then we were watching Monday nights and Friday nights. Then we went to one. Then we went to wrestling. So kind of like
yeah,
one little like 5 minute snippet of a
yep,
girls' rumble turned into like
yeah.
something we watch together now all the time.
For years,
That's
for years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
great.
and
It
still
became like
do.
a thing.
Yeah, and still do,
Yeah,
which is
and you're gonna
crazy.
remember that forever. And
Yes.
she's more into like you know, she was a Tiffy time person, but now she's more into like Rhea
Yeah,
and Io, right?
definitely Rio.
So
Or
that's
definitely,
like, look at how
yeah.
she's grown as like, you
Hmm.
know, because Tiffy's popular because she's like blonde hair, athletic, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like looks like Barbie.
Princessy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But that's like the younger girls like her. But if you get, you know, the older girls that are like
Uh huh.
starting to go through emotional stuff, they're like,
Uh
oh,
huh.
Rhea. Rhea's fucking jacked. She's fucking
Yep. Rhea
badass. She
and
dresses in
She
all
Alexa
speaks to
black.
me.
and Alexa
Yeah.
Bliss and like
Well,
yep.
yeah.
She likes like
You
that
know?
kind now. Yep.
I'm a
Yeah.
big
True that.
Charlotte guy too. Love Charlotte, even though she's
Mm-hmm.
got no ass. But you know, I mean, what is so? Is there? I mean, if you had to pick, Bern, did you tell us? Was there a show that you picked that you were like, this is a good one?
I mean, for my son, definitely I thought PJ Masks was a sleeper
But
fun.
like, did
And
you like
also,
watching it? Also, is there a show like you liked watching? Also,
yeah, Spidey and His Amazing Friends
okay, that
was
one's all
great.
right. Yep,
Um,
yep.
and then for my daughter, like even Bluey, because even my son, like a year ago, as like an 8-year-old, was still like kind of into like it actually caught like my 3-year-old and my 8-year-old like at they could both like sit down and watch an
Which one
episode or
was
two.
this?
Bluey
Oh,
before they
Bluey.
would start like fighting. But like even Bluey had a little that was like the last one that like got the both. Like now my daughter's gonna want to watch Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and my son's gonna be like,
Do
let's
you
watch
guys know what?
let's watch Ragnarok.
Do you
Yeah.
guys know what Sam and Cat is yet? Have you guys ever
I
seen
No.
that show yet?
I'm aware I know what it is. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's
Did your
one where
daughter
I'll
do
say,
Descendants and stuff too,
oh
Liam? Like,
yeah, oh my
all
gosh,
right.
yeah.
See, I think I'm still like a year or two away from that, and
Yeah, so
then I'll
they'll get
probably
big
be where
into
you're at.
descendants and
Yeah,
zombies. There's like a one about zombies that play football and the girl's a cheerleader. And like it dude,
dude.
but I will say the Sam and Cat, that one out of all the stuff of like that age of shows, which she's been watching for like years and years now, probably like five
Yeah.
years. Like that one particular show did grow on me, and I'll say this, and I'll get made fun of it for sure. Ariana Grande's character on that is kind of funny. She's kind of
Oh,
funny in that show.
I'd
Dude,
have to see it.
she's pretty great on SNL whenever she hosts. Like I think she has
Yeah,
actual comedic chops.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Matt, this is like a show that's been out for years and years. So she
Oh,
was like a
okay.
kid when they made that show. She's probably a teenager when they recorded it.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, I didn't know she was on Disney. Oh,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
well, good
But it's one of
for
those things
her.
too though that Liam, it's evergreen because all girls when they're 9 are gonna be worried about not being invited to the sleepover.
Yep.
Or you know
Right.
what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
whatever.
pretty
Like
much
Same
like
those
what it's
things will
problem.
about.
never
Yeah.
Yeah.
not be the
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
I could totally see that. Can I tell you guys this? I know I'm gonna bird walk a little bit here, but you know what my daughter told me the other day, Liam, you'll like this. She said, "Daddy, I wanna do cheerleading."
Oh, all right.
So
Get
you and
into it.
me,
Get
we c-
ready,
we
man.
we could. Hey, if it works out, you and me could be spirit squadding before you know it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well,
If you guys are
next year,
finding
last year
if you
for
guys
Oh,
find
true.
Squires.
yourself
Hmm.
on the same spirit squad, I will drive down and be an honorary spirit squatter. You guys just have to let all the other parents know that I'm not there to be a creep. I'm just there to support my
Unless
podcast.
actually they have some of the girls that are like were cheerleaders for Squires. Some of them like come back and help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mentor.
So who knows? Who knows? That's definitely not off the table. So we'll see what happens.
Nice. All right, so let's keep it moving then. So this is something, and we can spend a little time on this, but this is something. It's like, you know, it's a stigma that was brought on by parents from a previous generation, and there is a little something to this, but like they want to make, you know, it's more of them being jealous. Where I think like the harshness of this came up, and there is such thing, but like screen time, right? Like, you know, my wife still does something like, oh gosh, I don't want to put the phone, like if we're at a restaurant and the kids are freaking out and like we just want to eat in peace for 5 minutes and like we bring the phones out, you know, for them to watch while they're eating, right?
While
She's like,
everybody in the restaurant judges you for doing
right.
it.
She thinks that. So I'm like, everyone's doing it, but also, I guarantee my mom would have given both her feet to have something like that when she was by herself with 4 kids at dinner. Like
Absolutely.
it's a jealousy thing. Is all it is. They're fucking jealous that the previous generation didn't have this and we have it, and they make a big stink of like, oh, you're gonna get your phones out. You can't just sit and eat. No, bitch. We've been entertaining them for 30 fucking minutes. I just want 5 minutes to eat this shitty pasta in fucking peace. So I'm gonna have them watch Bluey on my phone, and you can shut the fuck up, right?
Also,
Like, that's
they would be. You're going to judge me for bringing up my phone, and you're going to judge me if my kids are being assholes. So it's a lose-lose, right?
Right.
It's a lose.
I can let them be. Hey, they'll be assholes all over you, bitch.
You want
in a fucking second? You want to tag in?
They'll crawl over the back of this booth and try your food if I'm not paying attention to them.
Yeah.
Like, so
I don't even care because you can set the limits to all that shit yourself.
Yeah.
So you know how much it's being used and everything.
Much. Yeah.
So I got it. You know what I mean? I have it handled.
Yeah.
So mind your fucking business.
Yeah.
Like,
if she wants to pop a show on while she's eating some spaghetti, go fuck your mother. You know,
and also, my kids have a designated amount of screen time, right? Now, when I go pick them up and we have a 2-hour ride home,
sure,
they know can use their tablets in the car if they want to, but
otherwise you would shoot everybody and turn this car.
Yeah, it's fine. They don't have to. Sometimes I'd rather have a conversation. They can use their tablets in the car. That's fine. But that means when we get home, like back to the crib,
tablet time's done.
The tablet time has been like we've
they get kind of tableted out too.
They absolutely do.
Of course they do.
Pro move if you are going on like a long trip, like we were driving to Virginia to go to the Busch Gardens, you can download like full movies. Like YouTube, some of them have like free movies, and you can download the free movie, and they can like watch a movie in the back of the car. It's fucking sweet.
You can do that with Netflix too.
Yes, you can. You absolutely can.
And guess what I was doing when I was on a trip with my parents? I was listening to my Discman, holding it up, trying to make sure it didn't skip. Dude, or I was trying to read a book, trying not to get car sick in the car. Playing Game Boy. We were doing the same shit. Doing the same kind of thing.
But hold on, but like we didn't do that, and every car ride was like a neurotic back-to-back fucking breakdowns. Like I don't know how many times my dad pulled over the car to beat us with a fucking belt because we were being retards in the back.
Yeah, because you just went insane.
Because we had 4 kids in a Volvo station wagon, with no seatbelts. Like, what's going on
There's
here?
only so much arm room. So you start having to fight for your territory.
Did you have the station wagon where you can see out the back?
Yes.
We used to have that. That shit was so awesome, dude. Why don't they have that? I guess it's probably dangerous.
I was the only one that could sit back there because everyone else got sick, because they're facing the other way. So I used to have the back all to myself. It was great, But then people are fighting all the time, and it's like, maybe if we had some tablets, we wouldn't have gotten some beaten with the belt so much.
It still would have happened once in a while, but it would have happened less. That's when you and your siblings are going to get bored and then go, I'm going to poke that motherfucker in the face with my finger just to see what happens.
You ever do a little squash the melon?
Right, but that's just going to happen.
Squash the melon. Come on.
Don't get stuck in the middle.
I'd see a turn coming up. And I'm like, oh, buddy. We're going to fucking squash this. This door better be locked because we're squashing the fuck out of this thing. Dude, nice. I'll tell you this. You know what my dad did one time is that my sister's the oldest. It goes my sister, then Tom, then me, then my little brother Alex, right? Mm-hmm. And my sister was like doing something to Tom. And my dad said he was like, you know what? Her name's Natalie. He's like, Natalie, you do that again, and I'm gonna pull the car over. And I'm gonna let Tom punch you in the face. And then she did it again, and my dad pulled the car over, and he told us, he's like, I didn't think he would do it, but he's like, Tom laid her the fuck out. And then they got back in the car, and guess what? Nothing happened for the rest of the trip.
Quiet trip.
He had a nice, peaceful car. And he just listened to fucking, he loved Rush Limbaugh.
Seeger?
You know what I mean? He's fucking whacking down Rush Limbaugh on the way to soccer, She fucking showed up with a fat lip. It was great. But yeah, so, okay. So what are we doing with screen time? I know look, there is such a thing as too much. Like I do hate like
Oh
there
yeah.
has been times where like we've kept my daughter home from school, but I have to work all day. My wife has to work all day, and she's just in
Yep.
front of the fucking TV, and I'm like, oh my god, like can we just figure out something to, like there is that shit that does happen. There is such a thing as too much. And I've seen those kids where it's like the parents have gotten lazy with it, And there's times you can be lazy and let the screen do the work. But yeah, I mean,
They'll get older and then they'll want to go like, can I go up to the park? Can I go
yeah,
meet so and
they get
so?
bored.
And
There's only so much time you can do on this shit.
they're still little. You just gotta
Yeah.
play that out. You know what I mean?
When,
They'll get
when my
over it.
yeah, and when my kids start like when they want to do the screen more than they want to go outside and play, like that's never come up. You know what I mean? So like in
Yeah,
certain scenarios, like
yeah,
we're in a car, we
absolutely.
have a 2 hour car ride. Fucking do what you got to do. Okay, we're sitting at dinner and everyone's getting a little dicey, like every whatever. But
Yeah,
like
but if it's like a nice day, yeah, then you have a
Yeah.
problem. Yeah, good
yeah,
point.
Yeah.
but I haven't dealt with
Yeah.
that yet. Like my kids would
Yeah.
rather go outside and play hide and seek or run in a
Then to me,
sprinkler or
that
do
says
something
that
stupid.
that says that you're probably keeping it
We're
at a
probably okay,
reasonable level if
right?
that's still the case.
Yeah.
Because I can
So
tell you, I know for sure if I gave her the two options, like, do you want to get on your bike and go meet so and so, or do you want to stay here and watch fucky fuck on whatever that is? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
they're
Yeah.
she's definitely going to say, no, I want to go meet my
I want
friends.
to go on my bike and go meet my
Yeah.
friends, go do something.
Dude, I wanted to. I mean, I am excited for my kids and us to play video games with my kids, but that's going to be a
Oh
slippery
yeah,
slope
video
too.
games are fun, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Probably maybe with boys, because for some reason boys like them a little bit more. Like when you think of somebody that's addicted to video games, what do you think of?
Mm.
Very
Probably
rarely,
a dude, you know.
very rarely.
But
Yeah.
like I love playing video games with my kid because
Same.
it's like we'll go through all those beat 'em up games and everything, and it's a lot of fun. That's a
But
fun thing
dude,
to
but
do with your
video
kids.
games now are better than they've ever been, and they're constantly getting better, and they're just getting more and more fucking awesome. Like there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with playing video games, but it's the same thing. It's everything's good in moderation, you know?
Yep.
Well, also, like I made sure that with my son, like he got a new Switch for Christmas, but we got a bunch of he got the new Mario Kart, and we got
Nice.
some like Lego superhero games that we can tag in together. And like
Nice.
so,
Awesome.
honestly, if we're sitting
Yeah.
there together and we're doing something constructive, and
Right.
we're playing, or we're
Yeah.
competing, and then my
And you're
poor daughter
busting
gets the
chops
controllers
and
and she's finishing 27th, but then the next race she finishes 26th. She's like, I did better. And you're like, yeah. I mean, she's driving into the wall over and
right.
over again. She's trying to
Yeah.
figure it out. But even
He's
that for
lapped
her,
her
she just
three
wants to
times.
but she just wants to get the little steering wheel in her hand, and
Yeah.
she's doing this, and I'm like, well, you're not pressing any of the buttons, so you're not going anywhere. But she doesn't care. Like,
No.
Yeah.
She just
She
wants
just
to be
wants to be a
involved.
part of whatever you
just
guys are
wants to
doing. Yeah.
exactly. She
Yeah.
just wants
Yes.
to be
Wants to be
in the
included.
mix.
So, all right, last thing, let's talk about this. So, there with TV shows, this is something it's like the underlying thing that people don't talk about. There is a financial drain. So, look, we've talked about certain shows, kid shows, right? Talked about Bluey, talked about we talked about, Spidey and Friends, talked about PJ Masks, we talked about Paw Patrol, we talked about all the superhero stuff. Guess what? I guarantee we all have one or all of those toys or had one or all of those toys, right? So, like,
Mhm.
yeah, they're watching these shows, but then when we go to the store, it's like, Dad, can I get the Bluey toy? Can I get the PJ Masks toy? Can I get the wrestling figure? Can I get the Barbie doll thing? Can I get the lights? I'll tell you what. The first time she wanted a lightsaber, I bought 3 of them because I was like, "That we're doing that. We can go
Yeah,
all in on this." Well,
Yeah,
technically,
yeah.
technically, I bought 2 lightsabers and a dark saber. Because come on, let's be honest here. Dark saber's the best
which one
one.
did you give?
Yeah.
Did you give one to your wife? And you were like, hey, just so you know, we duel in this house now. So here's one
No.
for you.
Yeah.
Like,
My wife is she's like, keep that corny shit away from me. Otherwise, you're just don't come near me. And I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'm not coming near you.
all right, well,
But
looks like
yeah.
one of us is double wielding, and you don't have a
Yeah.
weapon. So good
Yeah.
Well,
luck.
technically, yeah.
Like,
Well, she got Ahsoka's, I got the dark saber, and then I was like, I got to back up because this thing's gonna break.
yeah.
But yeah, it was fun for a couple minutes. But they even had like one of the things we bought is they had like laser tag blasters, which
Well,
were
very
great.
cool.
You know, so they
Very
got a little
cool.
laser tag blaster going on. You know, dude, the first day we showed up at jujitsu with those things. Are you kidding me? Toast to the town, daddy. Toast to
People
the
went
town.
crazy.
Yeah. So talk to me about the financial drain. Liam, we'll go to you because yours is like, because I know, like, I've been with you to midnight or not midnight, but opening movies and stuff where you
Uh-huh.
bring your daughter. You do a lot of that with her, and I'm
Yeah,
sure that,
movies
you know,
gets to
that
be a
didn't
little bit.
just happen, you
Oh
know?
yeah. Yeah, we do spend a little bit on the
But,
movies, but
dude, I
you make up
wish,
for it.
It's
You
an
wish what?
experience.
I wish my daughter was into movies. She's not. And I'm trying to, I wish, like, the other day it was raining. I was like, I
Take her
wish we
anyway.
She
Take her
doesn't like
anyway.
it's.
Bring a blanket with you. She will pass out, bro.
I mean, maybe we'll try next time, but like
If
it's
Chuck
if
her some
been.
if nothing
popcorn.
if nothing else, yeah, you get her some of the stuff that's there,
Yeah.
popcorn thing. Bring her a blanket. She'll do the recliner one, and dude,
Uh,
she'll either watch the movie or she will pass out, and you'll be able to watch it in peace.
I hope so. I just want. I would love for like to. Be, I would love to go to the take. Like I. My dream would be to pick her up from school and be like, "Hey, we're going to the movies today." You
Hmm.
know, like that's what I want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like that would be the best. But she's just not into it yet. Hopefully soon, because I fucking love the movies,
the
dude. I
movies
love the
kind
movies.
of adds up, but
It's worth it.
and the streaming stuff adds up, but
Oh God.
if you get a good VPN and some good
Yeah.
antivirus software, and talk to a couple guys with peg legs and
Sure.
eye
Sure.
patches, and you know what I mean, go down
Right.
Yeah.
that
Yep.
road,
Make it
and you
work.
can you can tip the scales in that. So
Yeah.
Listen,
What?
the movies adds up for sure. But like, I remember my dad. Like, I'm 44. I remember my dad taking me and three of my friends to go see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for my birthday. Like,
Sure.
fuck yeah.
I remember standing in line in the mall at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
I remember my old man taking me to see Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Like, that
Oh,
shit sticks.
sticks
You know
with
what I
you.
mean? So
Oh
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
it gets
Daddy.
expensive, but like
It's
I
worth
cherish
every fucking
those
penny.
memories. And I was telling you
Yup.
guys, I just took my son 2 weeks ago. He's 9 to see Project Hail Mary, and he was like, "I've never seen a movie like that. That's the best movie I ever saw in my entire life."
Also,
And
like you're
No,
now,
it
upping
probably
his
is.
like
It very
you're
way
upping
very
him as like a
yeah,
viewer of movies. You know, like his
yeah,
now his ability to watch movies has gotten better because
and
you took him to
and like we
experience
had a
that.
whole day. Like his sister had a birthday party to go to. So like he had his
hmm
last soccer game. I picked him up. We went to one of those sweet theaters that has like the food. So we got there. We ordered food. So
Oh
we're
Yeah.
yeah.
sitting there.
Oh, where you
He
have
had his
the little
little
table, right?
tray. So he's sitting there
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
his soccer
Yeah.
uniform, eating his grilled cheese and fries. I got him a milkshake. Like we just had it was just a great experience. And like, I hope he's going to remember that. I think he might because it's like a cool sci-fi movie you're seeing when you're like, oh, this is a little above my pay grade, but not. And I'm
Yeah.
following. We got shushed by this fat lady next to us who was like, guys, we're trying to watch the movie. And I was like, sorry, he's 9. He just had a question about, temporal displacement and relativity. You
And
dumb,
go
get
Yeah.
back
fuck
out.
yourself, you cunt.
But then the
Yeah.
whole rest of the time we got the high five and be like, "Ooh, you gotta be quiet. Fucking Java over
Yeah.
there is getting mad at us."
And
Like,
fuck her anyway. When you're at those kind of places, half the time there's people there getting loaded because they sell beer and stuff.
right.
And
Yeah.
you're lucky. A 9-year-old, you'll be begging for one when you like the neighbors on the other side of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
She's an
Yeah.
also
idiot.
the movie
Yeah.
was out for 6 weeks. I'm like, bitch, if you really give a shit about it, if you were that into
Yeah,
this, you would have fucking seen it by
yeah.
now. But then we
Right.
got another little bond of being like, whoa, we better be quiet because fucking Faisal over here is mad at
Uh-huh.
us. Like, it was great. It was a great day. And like you said, Maddie, he wasn't always like movie guy. You know what I mean? Their attention spans are their attention span.
Yeah,
But you just plug away, man. Like Liam said, just take her. If she falls asleep, she falls asleep.
yeah. What's the
Yeah.
worst that could happen, man?
If you're not into the movie, then you get 45 minutes in a quiet, dark room to yourself, just to like
Yeah.
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 finish your soda and just enjoy the time.
Nice. All right. Well,
Nine
we're
out of
hey
time.
speaking. What? Go ahead, Liam.
9 out of 10 times they fall asleep anyway when they're that
Yeah.
age, dude. I'm
Yeah.
telling
Yeah.
you.
All right. Hey, I believe you guys. But hey, we're coming to the top of time. So, Schmigley, what do you got before we get the F out?
I mean, that was my advice, but the pirating was my advice. But as far as like saving money and stuff. But
Arr.
I mean, just these are some of the like the best times that you're gonna have with them. We're talking about like movies and TV shows. Like, yeah, there
Yeah.
has to be a balance, but think back in your life, your childhood and stuff. Some of the best times you had with your parents was
Totally.
a cool something you saw on TV or an awesome movie you saw with them. You were just saying
Yeah.
you'll remember that shit forever, dude. But you just
Yeah.
got to balance it out.
Nice. Yeah. What about you, Ben Deeds? What do you got before we get out of here? Make it snappy.
You talk about screen time. Like, listen, if someone's going to side eye you in a restaurant because you throw your kid the phone and you're like, do you realize that it is now 5:30? We left the house at 10 a.m. We've been to a park. We've been to a birthday party. We've been to a game. Like, we've been doing shit all day long. Like, trust me, I know how much time my kid is spending in front of this. And yeah, like Maddie said, if I can throw something on and just hammer down this Texas Roadhouse,
Yeah.
like as fast as I possibly can, because I know nothing lasts forever. Like, I don't give a fuck. You look at me however you want. Because if my
yeah,
kids
be
are
like,
being
you know what?
assholes, you'd be mad as well.
Just be like, you know what? She's watching a Taliban beheading video. Go fuck yourself. You know what I mean?
Exactly. What's she watching? Oh, she's watching Ben Shapiro. Yeah. 4 years
Hey,
old.
what's
Like,
that?
no.
Is that ISIS you got there?
Yeah.
Well, ISIS. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No. My son's watching some guy in fast motion build a swimming pool out of a hole in the ground in Thailand. Like, that's cool. I don't care.
Yep. Those movies are great. Learning something. Well, speaking of learning something, this has been another episode of the Working Perspectives Podcast presents For Dads by Dads. I'm Matt Lavelle. He's Bern Podcasting. That good-looking bastard is Liam Reese. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content and all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can also on Instagram, Working Perspectives Podcast. You can join us on Twitter and TikTok at Working P Pod. And if you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com, and please like and subscribe, and we'll keep bringing you this sweet, sweet content. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Thanks. See ya!